So we got this fire. It's a good day to be on the first in engine or truck. Take it. It's a good one. Yeah, I'll take it, right? Okay, it's not, I mean, it's not burning to beat the band or anything, but this is a good fire. So you tell me, at this fire here, is it going to be really critical, that we make sure we have enough resources, that we get maybe, 6 or so companies, maybe more, spread them around the fire ground, get all of our tactical positions covered? How about water supply? Is it going to be really critical that we have a continuous water supply, however we establish that, established pretty early? That we have a team of well-trained firefighters standing by doing the rapid intervention or fast duty, that we have a good incident commander and all their good command stuff set up and all that thing lined up. Is that going to be, real critical here to the outcome of this fire, right? I could move this fire from here to here or from here to here, and it would be similar in nature, right? And we have a category of fire that we call this. What is this? Room and contents or bread and butter. Bread and butter fire. And so, what do we think about a bread and butter fire? That's it. Quick knockdown, go home. It's standard what we go to all the time. I don't need all that nonsense. I don't need all these water supplies, all these extra companies from the neighboring town. I don't need these white hats in the front yard talking on radios and writing on workboards. What I need is a nozzle and a friend with a halogen bar. And you give us like 3 to 5 minutes, and this will be over before you're able to do all that other nonsense, right? Is that what you're thinking? I need one engine with a nozzle and a friend with a halogen bar, and what you need to do is pony up, and get in there and knock it out. Is that what we're thinking? Okay, and so we do it. We do that, and what happens? What's the outcome? Fire goes out. Right, has anybody ever gone to this fire and cut corners? Not taken enough people, not had enough resources, maybe not put all your gear on the right way, maybe not had all your buttons buttoned up, maybe not had those ear flaps down, maybe not had a continuous water supply, maybe not had any kind of real command presence on the scene. Anybody ever gone to this fire, a fire like this, and done that? Happens all the time. And what's the outcome? Fire goes out. Fire goes out, right? So we go back to the firehouse, and what do we say? See, I told you. I don't know what all those clowns are talking about. We don't need all of this, and we need all that. What you got to do is man up, get your ass in there, and put the fire out. What kind of fireman are you if you can't put that fire out with tank water? That's what we say. And so we go back, a little bit of chest beating, and ultimately we cut some corners. We were successful. So how do we feel? We feel empowered. We feel good. We feel like, yeah, we got this shit. And so then we go to the next one of these. What do we do? Well, the same thing, except... Are you familiar with the kind of, most firefighters I know want to level up, right? Like if I cut 5 corners on this fire, then the next one, what do I want to do? I need to cut somewhere between 6 and 10, right? We got to see if we can do better, right? So, and then what happens at that fire? Goes out. So the cycle repeats. The cycle repeats, right? We go to these bread and butter fires, we cut corners in whatever areas, we get away with it, we go back, we feel better, so we go to the next fire, and then we try and see if we can get away with more. And the cycle keeps repeating until one day, what happens? Somebody dies. Somebody dies. And then what? Then we're all downtown at the local bar, crying with a shot of whiskey on a napkin with somebody's name on it, going, oh God, how did this happen to me? Woe is me. How did this ever happen to us? How did it happen? You've been having a dress rehearsal for that tragedy for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. You were tempting fate all this time. And now today was the day you didn't get away with it. And that day comes. Don't be surprised when one day you get caught because you're half-assing shit. Look at these tragic events. What you find in the reports, I think, the NIOSH reports and all that stuff, is a little, I don't know, jaded. I don't want to say it's wrong, but what you'll find is that we try and say, well, here's all these things that went wrong on the fire, and maybe that's true, maybe it's not. I think what really happens in these tragedies is that we have a million things that were going wrong before the fire. They were wrong with the department, they were wrong with the people, they were wrong with the players. You get what I'm saying? And then we had 1 or 2 things that go wrong on the fire. And when you put those ingredients together, that's where you get this tragic outcome. You know what I'm saying?